Well, students, in the last unit, we have studied about the Prime Minister, his appointment, the tenure of office of the Council of Ministers, the three categories of ministers, and so on. And in Unit 2, we shall learn about the powers and the functions of the Prime Minister. Now, Prime Minister as the head of the government, what is his work? All major appointments of the Union government are virtually made by the Prime Minister. So all the appointments are done by the Prime Minister. Take for example, appointment to the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. Then you have the Council of Ministers. So he nominates, and finally it is the President, one who listens to the advice of the Prime Minister and appoints a Council of Ministers. Now all major decisions making bodies like the Cabinet Planning Commission, Cabinet Committee are under his supervision. So all these particular decisions making bodies come under his supervision. Let us learn what does he do for the formation of the Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister prepares a list of ministers according to his will. He has a free hand in the selection of ministers, and that's why he selects the ministers, or he chooses his cabinet ministers, one who are influential and trustworthy, and the President has to listen to the advice of the Prime Minister and he appoints the cabinet or the Council of Ministers. Now let us see how the Prime Minister distributes the different portfolios to the ministers. The Prime Minister decides the department to be allotted to a particular minister. He controls the working of the department, various departments. The Prime Minister has the right to change the ministers from one department to the other department if he is not satisfied with the working of that particular department. So he's got all the right to change the ministers from one particular department to the other department. Why? Because he is not satisfied with the ministers' working, and then for proper and efficient management, he distributes and changes the ministers from one department to the other. As the leader of the House, the Prime Minister leads the Lok Sabha. The Parliament always depends upon the policy and guidance of the Prime Minister. So let's take a quick recap of the powers and function of the Prime Minister. As the head of the government, what does he do? He appoints the major appointments of the Union government are virtually made by him. And the major decision is made under his particular supervision. Formation of the Council of Ministers. With regard to this, the Prime Minister has got a free hand in selection of the ministers, and he does it according to his will. And he distributes the portfolios and allots departments to a particular minister. He controls the working of the departments of the various ministers. Now, supposing if he is not satisfied with the work of that particular individual minister, he changes the minister from one particular department to the other department in order to have efficiency in their work. As the leader of the Lok Sabha, what does he do? He leads the Lok Sabha, and the policy, the Parliament always depends upon the policy and the guidance of the Prime Minister. Well, we have revised 4 functions. I am sure that you will remember.